Muy buenas a todos y bienvenidos a Syberia, bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo de Syberia 4 y es día 11 de enero del 2024. Vamos a continuar. Estamos un poco más al futuro que Dana, pero un poco menos al pasado que Kate. Así que vamos a ver qué hacemos en este tiempo intermedio. No sé exactamente a quién vamos a visitar. Es en el 1989, si no me equivoco. ¿O es el futuro de Dana o es un poco el pasado de Kate cuando era joven? Está guapa la casa, ¿eh? Kate, ¿no? Kate de joven.
Is that you, Katie?
Yes, Mom.
Encuentra la caja de música.
Oh, hello, Munchkin.
Hey, Mom.
A ver. Vamos a inspeccionar por aquí. Una novela clásica. Encuentra todas las copias de un clásico literario. O sea que solo hay una.
Grandpa and Grandma from New York gave it to me for my last birthday. Really ought to read it, or at least dog-ear the pages so
Vale.
it looks like it did.
Oh, unas pastillas.
Mom bought those again.
Son
Mom
tranquilizantes,
bought those
supongo.
again.
Vale.
The
Aquí
piano
un
that Mom
billete.
ordered will soon be here. Couldn't bring myself
El
to say
piano.
that I wanted a drum kit instead.
Vale, pues por aquí no parece que haya caja de música. Está como demasiado iluminado todo, ¿no? O sea, está como muy quemada la imagen. ¡Hola, madre!
Is everything okay, Katie?
Yes. Vale, pues ya está. Sí, tenemos ahí la playica, ¿eh? Ya. Tremenda casa, ¿eh? Ojo, ¿eh? Ojo. Ah, espérate, creo que la he visto. Creo que he visto el pajarito aquí encima. Míralo. Tío, es que caja de música. Esto no es una caja de música, no me fastidies. Cogerla.
You forgot your music box.
Be careful with that, please, Munchkin.
¿Dónde la conseguiste? Escuchar la melodía. A ver, vamos a ver de dónde sale.
Where'd this come from?
I already told you. Your grandma and grandpa gave it to me when I was little.
Doesn't look like it's from New York, though.
I don't know. Must have been in the family forever.
I just love it.
You've always liked it. Ever since you were little.
Will you give it to me when I'm big?
Maybe, if you're a good girl. When I get old.
So when will that be, then?
Later, Katie.
Un poco raros aquí los codos, ¿eh? Del jersey este que lleva. Vale, deduzco que estamos soñando, ¿eh? Vale, pues ya está. sea, es muy curioso porque hay trozos que simplemente no tienen absolutamente nada útil. O sea, ¿este trozo para qué me ha servido, en verdad?
But when?
In a very, very long time, I guess. When I'll be gone.
¿Nos ha servido para saber que aún piensa en la madre? Entonces la carta que le enviaron allí a la prisión, si no me equivoco.
Dear Kate, wherever you are
Sí.
now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
Pero no la vas a llamar. Haberle dicho, oye, he salido de una prisión en las estepas rusas.
You want me to call you Olivia? Fine. I've survived worse criticism.
Vale, llama a Olivia. Uy, un sobre aquí. Vale. Uy, vamos descalzos.
Who do you think you are, Olivia Foster? If
A ver,
you're
¿dónde
the
está el
judge
teléfono?
and lecture
¿Por aquí
me
puede
from
ser?
New York, you know nothing
No,
about
abajo,
what
no
I've
está.
gone through, of what I've had to endure since leaving Hans.
Vale, nada, eso... No, aquí no hay teléfono. No sé por qué, pero este sitio tiene pinta de no ser muy frío, ¿eh? No sé, da buenas vibras ahí con las chimeneas, esto. A ver, el teléfono creo que está ahí abajo. En la recepción, ¿no? No introspecciones, que esto dura una burrada. O quizás sí tengo que introspeccionar, porque no tengo más opción. Porque el teléfono me deja usarlo. Y está ahí al lado, no me sale la opción. ¡Ah, porque está delante! Vale, son las cabinas telefónicas
Oh, why I
estas,
should be
vale.
so nervous about making a simple phone call. I mean, hey, I've crossed Europe, been in all sorts of danger, and yet look at me here. I'm worrying about talking to my former best friend. Oh, and I think I used to spend my life on the phone gossiping with her. So what do I risk? Criticism? The one who missed her mother's funeral because she was breaking rocks at the bottom of a mine. In any case, Olivia hasn't stopped criticizing me ever since I left Valladolid on Hans Vorarlberg's train.
Yo debo decir, que ahora que dice esto,
I'm the
que yo he
one who's
perdido
criticizing her.
el lore de
Come
este
on.
juego.
Isn't she the one who took advantage of my absence to get her hooks into Dan? Now look at me, mulling over old grudges. That's exactly what I wanted to escape from when I decided to go with Hans in his train to Syberia. And then there was the departure with the Yukon tribe, their seasonal migration. Come on, Kate, for Christ's sake, stop procrastinating. Just make the darn call and get it over with.
Venga, hija, llama ya. Carallo. Vale, o sea, si no hacemos la introspección no nos deja llamar, ¿o sí? Ah, supongo que sí, pero claro, no lo he visto a este lado de la pantalla. ¿Te sabes el número? Porque yo no. Espero que te lo sepas. ¡Jo! No tiene cables, ¿eh? El teléfono. Míralo, el auricular no tiene cable. Está entrando la ansiedad. Todo esto la está llamando a la 1 de la mañana o a las 2, yo qué sé. No se podía esperar al día siguiente.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Canton, is that you?
¿No?
Who's there, please?
Soy yo.
Olivia, it's me, Kate.
Kate?
Sí, Kate Walker.
Gee, it's So weird to hear your voice after all these years.
Got your letter, Olivia.
O sea, recibí tu carta, se
Kate,
salta dos
I
líneas de
sent it
diálogo.
years ago.
I know. Things have been complicated.
Complicated. I see. And so when are you coming back to New York? You know, to visit your mother's grave?
You know I can't come back, Olivia. I'm still wanted by the police over the sale of the Vorarlberg factory.
Oh, I haven't forgotten. Believe me. If only you knew how much the accusations hurt your mother. Visits from the police, the requisitions, and just when she was diagnosed, too. And yet the poor woman never stopped hoping that her daughter would come back one day. Or at least call to help her in her final days.
Intenta entenderme.
I'm calling precisely because I do care. It's just that ever since Katyusha's death and escaping from the mine, well, things have been, yeah, complicated. And then there's the woman in the painting, Dana.
What are you talking about, Kate? Just listen to yourself. None of what you're saying makes any sense.
Olivia, please.
Kate, Okay, listen to me. I thought you had plenty of time to think about how you abandoned all of us. Me, your mother, Dan, or even that poor Mr. Canton. And maybe felt at least some remorse. But I guess I was dreaming. All you do is keep chasing castles in the sky and ignore those who care about you.
Entiendo que estés enfadada.
I get why you're mad. Do you think I'm not mad at myself?
Well, I hope so.
But there's nothing I can do now to change what happened. It's over, Olivia. All I have now is the woman in the painting.
Oh, Kate. I should have known. And I should never have asked you to call me. Goodbye, Kate. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for these past 3 years. One thing's for sure, though. You wanted to be alone. And that's how you're gonna stay.
Hola. Bueno, podría haber ido peor. O sea, la música se oye súper bajita, ¿eh? Se oye un piano muy lejano. Pero bueno, hay un pelín de ambiente. De tristeza y desesperación. Se fue la luz. Bueno, va, que nos toca ir a la plaza de la música. Un poco raros, esos párpados.
Okay, let's go, kiddo. Another day, another page. A new day in
Muy bien. Usa el tranvía para ir al distrito musical. Perfecto.
Where Dana Rose was a student in the 1930s. With a bit of luck, they'll have kept her records. Demoiselle Lenny told me the music academy is near the musical square. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me more.
Ya sabemos dónde está. Y total, ya hemos estado, si no me equivoco, ¿no? Pues hemos estado cerca. Adiós, Frau Wagner.
Hello, Miss Walker.
Me voy, que tengo prisa, señora. Chao. Hay que coger el tranvía. O sea, tenemos aquí la moto desde entonces y no la hemos usado. Y va a perder más uso que después de la Segunda Guerra Mundial. El tranvía aquí. La pensión Academia de Música aquí. Musikplatz. Una noche estresante. Ahí viene el tranvía solitario. Tío, me mola mucho el diseño, del tranvía este, de la puerta aquí, como baja la escalerita y se abre. Está muy guapo. Muy bien, ahora estamos en el tranvía. O sea, no vamos directamente a la plaza. No vamos a la plaza porque me sale esta pequeña pantalla de carga. Pero bueno. Tampoco sé muy bien por qué me sale. Quiero decir, podían ir directamente ya aquí. O sea, ¿por qué esto? ¿Por qué? Pantalla de carga que no sirve mucho porque tarda aquí la de Dios en cargar. Pero bueno. Vale, Distrito Musical, otoño de 2005. Uy, hay un señor con barba justo detrás nuestro. Mira, hay otra señora ahí. Ahora, ¿qué hay que hacer? Tenemos que pasar por encima de la vía. Ah, no. Mira, aquí es donde empezamos con Dana. Que donde estaba la del puesto de Strudel. Donde el tutorial. Está bonito, ¿eh? Muy bien. A ver, Kate, tira para adelante. Es una tienda de música, si no me equivoco. Esto creo que es una... que pone Immobilien.
Don't do that. Stop it.
¡Ah, Oscar! ¡Ostras, tú! No me acordaba ya.
Put me down!
Oscar? Bet you can't catch it! Don't you dare! Put it down! Right now!
All right then.
Oscar!
Qué fácil ha sido.
Are you alright?
I had a bit of a bumpy ride, but I am glad to see you, Kate Walker.
Oscar! Oh, I've missed you so much.
I say, this display of emotion is most unreasonable, Kate Walker. I do hope you don't plan such profusion every time I change bodies.
It's just that I've been worrying about you. Where were you, Oscar?
Well, the mechanical instinct of my host took me for a ride, all across town. It took me the whole night to tame it, and that's when I bumped into those little rascals.
Yeah, lucky I was in the area, huh?
Quite. So, Kate Walker, what has happened since we parted at the Balaton River?
Maybe we should just sit down for a second, Oscar. This might take a while.
Ahora tiene que rememorar desde Syberia 3.
And that's when Demoiselle Lenny gave me the address of the Music Academy in this neighborhood.
I see, Kate Walker.
Vale, en marcha.
Any other thoughts?
Juntos de nuevo, vuelvo a encontrar a Oscar.
Well, I guess I could ask you where we are heading, but
A la academia.
truth be told, it doesn't really matter.
Te lo acabo de
I
decir.
will follow you wherever you lead, and for as long as you require my services, Kate Walker. That's what an automaton does.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh dear, I hope you're not going to become physical, are you?
¿Qué?
No, I was just going to give you a pat on the back.
I would rather you refrain from having such thoughts. I am not a dog, you know. Whatever next?
Anyway, we'd better get going, Oscar. And you'd better keep out of sight.
Oh dear, I don't suppose I have any choice.
Vale, pues justo aquí tenemos una pared que supongo que es un memorial de gente que haya muerto, supongo, por lo de la sombra marrón, diría. O también puede ser un easter egg de los de los creadores del juego. Oscar, modelo 3.
I'm so glad he's back.
Podemos hablar con él.
I'm counting on you to transplant my mechanical heart as soon as we come across an XZ. Is it really necessary for me to be
Vale.
shut up in here, Kate Walker?
Sorry. Victims of the genocide committed by the fascists during the Second World War. Oh, so many deaths.
Bueno, en marcha, va. Que la cámara no nos ayuda mucho. O sea, va más rápido el personaje que la cámara, ¿eh? Que es donde hicimos también la primera misión secundaria. Y ahora sí, vamos para arriba. La Academia de Música será el edificio este gigantesco. Parece una iglesia. Uf, cuántas cosas hay por aquí. A ver, hay un café. No. Aquí mucho... Esto parece Españita, tío. Un bar cada 5 metros.
An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style. Like at Bohogstadt.
Vale, pues a ver. Ve a la Academia de Música. Tendría que poner music algo, ¿no? Ya ves que ahí. O sea, es toda la plaza llena de bares, tío. A ver, ¿dónde está? ¿Es esto la Academia de Música? Entrar. Oh, pero está cerrada. O destruida, o abandonada. Vale. Carta del ayuntamiento. Ajá, estamos... Vale. Un desahucio. Noviembre de 2005. Y estamos en otoño. O sea que le queda poco ya.
All these letters. They look like letters of formal notice. They probably haven't been paying the bills for some time.
Hola, ¿hay alguien por aquí?
So that's the famous Vaughan Music Academy? It's not what I was expecting.
Yo tampoco. A ver, tiene que haber una campanita de estas.
talk.
What now?
Whoa.
If you're from the council, you can come back when I'm not so busy.
What the fuck, qué susto.
Oh, sorry, you startled me.
So, now what do you want? Council minion?
Que no soy del
I'm not
ayuntamiento.
from the council. I'm just a visitor here. I came because I was hoping to look at the file of a student from the 1930s.
Oh. I'm sorry, It's just that I haven't time for digging up old files from 70 years ago. I have way too much to do here, you understand.
Bueno, pues dígame dónde
Sorry, you're
están.
a little overwhelmed. Where's the rest of the staff? Or maybe a student could show me.
You are standing in front of the rector and the only employee of this academy. My name is Maximilian Mahler, and it falls upon me to manage everything on the premises. The maintenance, the archiving, and the lot before we close next month. So, if you don't mind...
I'm very sorry to hear that the academy is closing. And I can see you're extremely busy, but I've come such a long way to see it. I'd be so grateful if you could locate it. It's really important to me.
And so is this place important to me, too. And I would love to hear the mechanical orchestra play one last time before the academy closes. But, alas, I can't, can I?
¿Tocar el piano?
Unless,
Unless what?
well, you know.
Un chantaje.
Okay, so you're suggesting that you'll only get me the file if I get that mechanical orchestra going? Is that it? Well, Herr Mahler, that's called blackmail.
No, young lady. We call that you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Otherwise, we all might as well live on islands, don't you think?
Okay, I'll give it a try. Believe it or not,
Recordemos que hemos leído en ese
I've seen
sueño
mechanisms like the one on the square before.
Well, in that case, I promise to give you the file in return for your services.
Thanks.
But I must warn you that the square has undergone some transformations over the years, and some parts of the mechanism may be difficult to get to.
Don't worry, I'll make myself thin and slide between the cracks.
You'll find some of them scattered around the square, and some of the others you'll find in the clock tower. Now, if you'll excuse me for a second.
What are you...
Now, what is the name of that student you're interested in?
Rose. Dana Rose.
And what were the years she attended our illustrious academy?
In the 30s. 1937, to be precise.
Oh, and here it is.
Uy, qué fácil.
And here you will find the annual inspection reports of the mechanisms by Frau Beckmann.
Frau Beckmann?
She was the rectress of the academy during the years you spoke of. These are from 1937. You see, I have a marvelous memory regarding archives. This is why I have chosen Frau Beckmann's, because there's something in here regarding that Edna Droz you spoke of.
Dana Rose.
Quite. You will also find some sheet music with annotations. This is the Hymn of Bargain, which you must play on the piano on the square in order to activate the orchestra of automatons. Once you have fixed the mechanisms, of course. All right then, here you go. What are you waiting for?
Madre mía, menudo marrón nos ha metido este hombre. Pero bueno, vamos a abrir esto. Famoso himno de Wagen.
This sheet music corresponds to the piano part for the
Que
hymn of
lo
August.
que iba a decir, que vimos en el sueño que Kate tomó clases de piano cuando era
Someone's
pequeña.
added annotations. They could help me play the hymn on the piano on the square, like the rector asked me to.
Muy bien. Uy.
I wonder what it's supposed to represent.
Es difícil de descifrar. Bueno, tú, pero...
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square.
Bueno,
Music Academy Inspection Report, October 12, 1937.
vale, supongo que ahora volveremos al pasado. Volveremos al pasado con Dana. Y supongo que tendremos que replicarlo aquí en el futuro con Kate. Efectivamente, gente, pues nada, vamos a dejar este vídeo por aquí antes de continuar a reparar la música, los autómatas o lo que falte de la plaza. Así que nada, espero que os haya gustado. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo de este Syberia 4 de World Before. Así que, adiós.